Hey friends, it's Poetic again. I wanted to talk about medium to advanced bases and how those differ from the beginning base that I talked about before. This is one place I recommend building a medium or advanced base. It is near this skeleton and the Lost River. There are a lot of really great resources down here, and I wanted to just kind of give you an overview. I've got two moon pools on this one, but when you start out with a medium base, I'd say just do one because you're trying to match your power requirements to your power output. So let's go down and take a look at what we have out here. I added a couple of scan rooms on here because I really wanted to find nickel ore, which is essential for advanced fabrication. I could have put my moon pools a little bit better, but well, whatever.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Yeah, battery charger to the left side immediately when I get off. That's critical. I call this a locker. It's for prawn or sea moth modifications in case I need to change something out quickly. Now, this is a difference between a medium or advanced base and a beginning base. I have at least two fabricators in a medium-sized base. One inside the moon pool, battery charger, first aid kit, and this is kind of keep extra batteries, first aid kits, water, and food. All of this I keep in the moon pool for easy access. You saw the Reginald's in there. I have a water filtration machine in this one, also the modification station, and I just did indoor grow beds for food for getting me started off. Now, like a small base, I'll start out with a bioreactor, again using the lantern fruit, but you can see here I started using the Oculus. Now, this is a personal preference, but it does give you a good backup plan. If you make a multi-purpose room right beside your reactor room and you stack them, as you can see here, I've stacked three of them on top of each other and put 3 alien containment units in each one. That will allow you to have 30 fish. The awesome thing is you just put in 2 fish. Whatever 2 fish you want to breed, you put inside this thing. So I put some Reginald's in for food and put some Oculus in for bioreactor fuel. So I've been away from this base for a pretty significant amount of time. I'll come in here. Doesn't take a whole lot of time for me to harvest these. I just need to make sure that I leave at least 2 of the fish that I want, so they'll continue breeding. I've got 2 Oculus left down there. Oh, 4. I don't need to catch all of them, but my inventory is full. Okay. I recommend putting a locker on the bioreactor. This is just for the fuel for the Oculus. Anything that I pull that's left over. And I'll just fill this up with the Oculus. Anything that's left over, I just put it in here. Take out that guy. And that Reginald is 44 food. So I'm going to go ahead and cook one of those. for later. So yeah, these alien containment units are great for both food and fuel. I recommend farming Reginald in there for food and farming the Oculus for bioreactor fuel. Um, okay. So I started out building a bioreactor on the ground floor just to get things started. That was the first room that I built. The second room that I built was this multi-purpose room where there's that indoor grow bed with the various foods. I put down these grow beds out here. There's the deep shrooms. Again, a brain coral, just because weird stuff can happen with power or gets shut off for whatever reason. And having a brain coral, especially when you're at, depth, there's no way I could swim to the surface in time, even if I had all 225 seconds of oxygen. So a brain coral can be a lifesaver when the power goes out. Directly on top of the bioreactor, I put in my nuclear reactor, threw in the nuclear waste trash can there, and threw in a locker here with a bunch of rods. See how we're doing on this. Actually really good. That bioreactor is actually carrying a lot of the weight. Again, there's this alien containment unit. I also, just to make it easier, I grew some plants that I use for crafting the blood oil, the creepy vine, acid shrooms, and deep shrooms. Also, since there's no sunlight down here, I put this by a heat source. I think it burned already, but you see 250 out of 250. That's really, really helpful. Keeps the power on. Over here, I added on these 2 scan rooms. Thought about doing a third, but decided against it. This junction is just in case I ever decide to build on it anymore, which I probably won't. This hatch, simply to get in here to put the top level of the alien containment unit. But that's a major difference between the medium and advanced base, is the nuclear reactor and the alien containment unit for farming food and fuel for the bioreactor. You can find an alternate energy source. I should probably put down another one of these thermal plants. Let's see how my energy is doing. It's holding pretty steady. You can see it fluctuating between 50 and 51. I'd like it to go up, but that's not bad. That means I can go away and explore for an extended period of time, come back, and the power will still be on. You can see I had this lantern fruit tree, but that was just to get me started until I could get this alien containment unit up and running with the Oculus. Now, these are expensive. It requires 10 quartz, actually 11 quartz per level. You need 5 pieces of glass, which are 2 quartz each, plus 2 titanium to make the alien containment unit. But then you need another 2 pieces of titanium and another piece of quartz to make a hatch so that you can get in. At depth, you also need to add quite a bit of reinforcement unless you are running short on lithium and have a lot of lead, in which case you can build more of these foundations. I'm not crazy about the foundations. I prefer the reinforcement, but to each his own. After you put in a reinforcement, it is possible to put these lockers in front of it. As you can see here, there's a reinforcement there, and I could put 4 lockers on this wall and 4 lockers on this wall on top of the reinforcement. However, you cannot put the lockers first and then add the reinforcement. It won't let you do it. Like, I'll try here. So here's a reinforcement, right? Can't do it. It has to be on a bare wall. Like, oh, yeah, this room I just reinforced everything. It is possible to actually reinforce the moon room, but in this case I can't do it because all 4 walls are already occupied. This is an entrance. Wow, I'm stuck there. This is an entrance. That's an upgrade station, upgrade console, and that's another entrance. So can't reinforce this moon room, but it might be possible to do it on this one. Yeah. Yeah, you can reinforce these rooms. You can also put windows in them if you want. But the main thing I wanted to show you is the nuclear reactor, that alien containment unit for both food and biofuel. And that's it. Thanks for watching.